Hey there, everybody, Brad here. Food prep this week. Everything came from Sam's Club. Well, some stuff I already had, like the rice. I bought this a while back ago. This rice, I love it. It's the best stuff ever. Super easy to cook. Tastes great every time. Could never screw it up. Cauliflower. Because I've been eating broccoli so much, I decided I want to have cauliflower for a while. We're going to roast this in the oven with our salmon. Honey Sriracha salmon. You are going to get this at Sam's Club. If you get it, you're going to get it with the skin on. It's $1 cheaper, and there's a reason behind it, because there's a dog treat in this also. All right, so if you've never deskinned a fish before, it's not really that hard. It's kind of one of those weird things like, oh my God, I got to deskin a critter. But it's fine. You just need to get you a nice sharp knife, a little thin, works out well. We'll open this package up here. All right, got my fish opened up here. Let me move the camera down a little bit. All right, how's that? Can you see that now? Oops, wrong way. Let's go back this way. All right, so you got your salmon. Flip this puppy over. Whoa, we got the salmon with skin on. So what we're gonna do here, grab your knife, you're gonna start down here at the bottom. Now, you're gonna end up cutting a little bit of this flesh in here with it, but you just wanna go up as close as you can to the skin and get it going until you get in here just a little bit. And as you're cutting this, you're kind of pulling up on it as well. I mean, sure, you can spend the extra $1 if you want to get the salmon without the skin on it, which, I mean, that's a good way to go. But as I'm showing you how to do this, I'm just massacring this thing. I don't usually do it as bad as this. It's a skilled practice. So I wanted to do this because I have these 3 dogs in the house. Why is this cutting? Okay. Okay, so this isn't working nearly as good as I thought it was going to work this time. And it's just one of those things. I mean, it's still not going to hurt the fish at all. It's still going to come out as good as it is. But in general, you can get this, and if you get a good enough section out, and I don't know what's going on other, in fact, I'm videotaping this because I do this all the time and never have this issue. But see, this is when cooking goes wrong. So basically, if you have this problem, don't feel bad. You can get this stuff, right? There you go. This is what we want to do right here. You get it to a point where you can just start. Hey, stop it. My dogs are a little stir crazy. They don't realize that we had a time change this week, so plus they know what's coming up later on. So you get it to a point, and then you can just peel the skin off of it, right? Watch some of this. This is okay. It's not that bad. And once you get that off, you have this nice salmon skin. So we're going to take off this little bit of flesh here because we kind of want to eat that later. Okay. So now we got this done. We have this lovely piece of salmon skin. Woo! You know what this is going to be? This is going to be a dog treat. That's why they were kind of going crazy. I'm going to set this over here on the side. We'll get that in a minute. So now we have our salmon. We'll flip this puppy over. I'll probably go give it a rinse here in a little bit. But there you go. You're good to go. So I'm going to pause this for right now and go give this a rinse. And we'll come back in a second. Okay, for the honey sriracha sauce, this is going to be in the instructions down below as well. We are going to use butter. It calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I put 1. I think that does enough for me. And you use a 1/3 cup of Sriracha, the best thing in the world. Just fill that up, and you don't ever notice how much a 1/3 cup is until you start putting all that lovely stuff in there. Oh, it's good stuff. Don't sniff this when it's cooking. It will clear your sinuses out. And then we need some honey. Now, generally, this is actually Sam's Club honey that I'm using too. Just because in some recipes that I'm doing stuff, if I'm using a lot of it, I will use the commercial honey because, well, it's cheaper for that part. But for smaller things that I'm cooking, if I don't need to use a 1/3 cup of honey, I will use local honey that I have. And there is a thing about local honey, or honey in general, more or less local stuff, because this doesn't really happen in the commercial stuff. It's probably in a processing thing that they do or whatever. So this is rock honey from Roberts, Illinois. And you'll see a difference in it, right? Because this is more liquid and this is very crystallized. So this happens to honey sometimes when you have it sitting. It does this crystallization thing. It doesn't mean the honey is bad. You got to heat it up for a little bit. You can, if you have this happen to you, just put it in hot water. It gets better. Throw it in the microwave. Whatever you need to do, it'll be fine. It's good stuff. I love this honey. I usually use it in my tea and stuff, but we're talking about salmon and not tea, so let's keep going on this. Then the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I use liquid aminos. Bragg's liquid aminos. Why? Because the soy sauce has a little bit more sodium than I want to go with. And I like the liquid aminos better. So I throw that in. And then it also calls for, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. You can get these from Sam's Club. So that's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons. Yeah, I like garlic, so there you go. And you're going to put this in a pot, get it all done, get it all in your little pot there, and you're going to throw it on the stove for a few minutes, let it cook, boil up. It's in the instructions, 3 to 4 minutes, I believe it is. And then I'm going to throw this on the stove, and then we'll get the salmon going. Okay. I am back. We got our tray here. We got some aluminum foil. Lightly grease that. There you go. Spray that on there. Now we're going to take our salmon that we pre-cut earlier and put it on here. As you notice, the bottom piece that I totally massacred, that went out of focus there for a bit. The bottom piece that I totally massacred when cutting it, that's okay, it's on the bottom, we don't see it. We'll just pretend it never happened. It doesn't matter, you're gonna cut it up when you meal prep it anyhow, so you're good. So, we got this on the sheet, and you wanna fold this in a little bit. We're kind of like making a little barrier, because what we're gonna do is when we get our glaze, our honey sriracha glaze mix gets done, we're going to put this on here. Oh, crap, there's something I forgot. So, look real quick. Also in our glaze, we are using the juice of a lemon. And we're putting a lemon underneath this as well. And our dogs are barking, so I'll pause that for a moment and we'll get back to that. Okay, so one thing I did forget to do is put my limes underneath here. You're going to take 1 lime and you're going to cut it up in slices and throw it underneath your salmon here. The other one you're going to juice and put in your glaze stuff, which is all done. Once we're done with that and it's cooked for the amount of time, you're just going to go ahead and pour it on top of your salmon. Get it all over there. And that's the reason why we put the edges up on it, so you know it doesn't overflow like that. So you might have to kind of just work on this as you're doing it. Make sure you have it up all the way. Get all that good stuff on there. And if you have a spatula thing, what's this called? Spatula. Skull spatula. Makes it even better. You can just kind of spread your stuff around there a little bit. But you just want to kind of make sure everything's coated on it because it's going to be the good tasting stuff. Okay, now we got that done. A little bit more in there. There we go. Okay, we have the salmon done. Cauliflower is all cut up. Cut it up, put on some olive oil. We're going to roast this while we're doing the salmon. And salmon skins. So skin side up, put a little olive oil on it. And this is all going to go into the oven.
Red pepper flake.
Oh, red pepper flake, thank you. I also like red pepper flake from Sam's Club on my cauliflower. Why? Because, hey, got honey sriracha. So, a little bit of this. Sprinkle on as you see fit, or don't. It's fine. Roasted cauliflower is good either way. Okay, so we're going to take this to the oven. Alright, so going over here, we'll get everything in. Perhaps, I should have looked at this beforehand. Since you're putting in 3 trays, make sure you have room in your oven for it. Put the trays up as you need to. Go ahead and put in your salmon. Put in your cauliflower. Put in your salmon skin. The salmon skin and the cauliflower are going to take longer than the salmon, but let me check my timer here. The salmon goes for 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 15 minutes. Set that, and while that's going, I'm going to do some ab-mat sit-ups. I don't have ab-mat, but I'll do the sit-ups for 15 minutes. Thank you, Ragnar. Oh, now you tell me I'm supposed to put my MyZone belt on before I do all those sit-ups. Thank you. Where were you two? All right, so it's gone on for 15 minutes. We're going to go ahead and hit the broil function on your stove. And we will casually scoot all dogs away. And we're going to take out our salmon. We're going to tell the timer to shut up again. Okay, the salmon's out. There we go. That's what it looks like right now. We're going down here to the broiler. And we're going to let this go for 5 minutes. Now, we're not going to change the clock because that already happened this weekend. So we got that going for 5 minutes. We're leaving our cauliflower in there, and we're leaving our salmon skin in there for right now too. So in 5 minutes, I'll pull this out. More ab-mat sit-ups. 3,489. 3,490. 3,000. Ragnar, you're in my way. You messed up my tin, man. Oh, great. Now I lost count. Thanks. Okay, timer's off. Ragnar is here. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this back to bake at the 375 that we had it at. Shut the broiler off, very important. Move, 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 move your dogs. Take this out of the broiler. All right. Now, if you come over here and you see, we got this broiled up. It's got a little bit of a browniness on it. It's really good. You can take it out a little bit before then if you need to. Whatever. You're going to save this juice that's on here. So, also, we have the... sorry. Guys, stop. Also, we got the cauliflower and the salmon skin. We'll leave the cauliflower in there. The salmon skin, though, we're going to take this out. As you can see, this is a little bit on the greasy side. But we got a... That's hot. Don't touch it when it's hot. It's got a little crunchiness going on to it. We're going to let this cool. When it cools down, we can break it apart for these puppy dogs who are going crazy about it. But the cauliflower that I got in here, I'm going to let that go for probably about 20 more minutes. We'll check it. I like it when it's a little bit more softer and browned up. So let's go ahead and do that. And these guys apparently need to eat food because they're going to go crazy and kill me if I don't feed them soon. We'll be back. All right, I am done with everything. I kind of did a little prep here. So here's my like 6 ounces of salmon, my rice, and my cauliflower. Okay, what I really forgot to do, and it mainly because I was doing a video, when you do your salmon skin, put aluminum foil down and do the spray on it. It makes it a lot easier to get up. So you're going to have it done, and it'll be kind of crunchy. And you can eat this too. It's really kind of good. That's good stuff. So, once you have this done, break it apart in pieces and put it in a Ziploc bag or something and put it in the refrigerator. It'll keep for about a week, but you know, your pups won't let you go that long with it. So I got, let's see, 3 pieces here. Hold on, I need a good one. There's that one right there. So I got this piece and this piece and this piece. All right, so, Maxwell, do you want a piece? Yeah, Maxwell wants a piece. Ragnar, sit. Good boy. Down. Down. Hey. Down. Good boy. Okay, get that piece. And I forgot this piece. Molly. Molly gets the big piece because she's a princess. Yeah, go ahead and get it. See, dogs love the salmon skin, so it's $1 less. Go ahead and get it. And it's a little extra treat for your dog. And they get grumpy about it. So that's meal prep for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions, let me know. It's really easy to do. It's not that big. And it's good tasting food. So, all right, talk to you later.